Welcome back. The Stars are undoubtedly shining at the 2024 African Nations Championships, co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania. And the mood of the country is undoubtedly lit up, courtesy of the 11-member team behind me and those at the bench. On the bench this evening, we'll be talking football, and with some who had managed football and others who had kicked. Boniface Ambani on my immediate right played for the national team Harambee Stars, and lovely having you here. What a time to be having your presence here on the bench, and thanks for making time.
Thank you.
Asante sana. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Sam Sholei is the former vice president of the federation in the country. Asante, lovely having you as well.
Asante sana.
Nimeshukuru sana.
Asante.
Many thanks. And Jacob Ghost Mule had coached the Harambee Stars, and previously he, of course, knows what goes in and out of the dugout. Lovely having you, brother.
Thank you.
Asante sana.
Asante.
And you have come with your prize.
Yes.
It's tagged Tanzania and Uganda.
Yes.
Kazol.
Yes.
And when was this awarded?
This, we won this in 2002 in Tanzania.
Yeah.
Previously, Uganda had won it. Then Tanzania won it.
Yeah.
Then Kenya, we won it in 2002.
Yeah.
But after winning this trophy,
Yeah.
I'm still owed 4.8 million by the previous regime. That was the normalization committee under Kipchoge Keino.
Yeah.
I tried to claim my money, and the trophy has been home. So I just said, let me bring it along so that people don't wonder where the Castle Cup is. Actually, it should be in FKF custody, but now it's still at home.
Yes.
So in my will, I say when I die, they can bury me with it.
So it ought to have been in the gallery of the team.
Of course,
yeah,
but
lakini bado hujalipwa.
Sijalipwa, lakini hata hii ni sawa, hii hata naweza sema ni sawa, but kuna ingine tena ya 2013 nilikuwa technical director. Sijalipwa, lakini the good thing, after Hussein Mohamed came in, he has promised that he's going to pay me my money.
Okay.
Hii sikumletea, hii ni ingine tofauti, but now he has promised that one for technical director, he's going to sort my bills.
Na hiyo ingine umeamua usishikilie.
Hapana, wacha tu naweza auction ni kikombe one time. By the way, I'm serious, naweza ipeleka kwa auction mwanze kuangalia the highest bidder.
How much can it cost?
I'll price it what they owe me, 4.8. Anybody coming with a figure close to that, I'll sell it to them.
Okay.
To recover my money.
Yeah, and gentlemen, we'll talk about whether the federation is a good employer, because similar problems were experienced by other foreign coaches as well, and which took the intervention of FIFA, the governing football world body. But let's begin here at home. And there's excitement around the Harambee Stars in the ongoing churn. And I begin with you first, coaches, in the dugout. I'm sure you must have had these experiences before, and like any other Kenyan, you are taken. Of course, you're swimming in the sea of happiness. Is this a momentary success, a lady luck glory, or long-term design and strategy?
I will put it in three ways. Number one, change of federation with the new FKF. It's a new beginning, and a new beginning in the sense that I really was like, when they named McCarthy as a coach, a lot of questions were being asked. Well, he's never coached a national team. He had an experience. I was there when he was being unveiled. But when I listened to him, I could feel the fire in him. I could see the desire that he wants to do. Then coming with his experience, having played in Cup of Nations, AFCON in South Africa, having won it with South Africa, having won the Champions League under Mourinho, and then his experience at Manchester United, I was eager to see what he has to offer. I attended Harambee Stars 2 training sessions before, when he came from Tanzania and said that he better have time to prepare here. So when I attended 2 sessions for Harambee Stars at Nyayo Stadium, in my heart, and the guys who asked me, I said, guys, you know what? My worry is over about Harambee Stars.
You were convinced?
I was convinced that we are going places, and I wasn't surprised. I mean, like, I watched the first game, and he's a football animal, because when you look at what happened with the Harambee Stars, the local players that he has worked with, he's only worked for 5 weeks with these boys, and they're all local boys. He lost Osoro, he went to Zambia. He lost...
Bajaba.
Bajaba went to Tanzania. But look at what he has put together. I think even right now, in my head, I'm thinking we need a case study to see a coach who doesn't have a first 11, or he has a first 11, but is tweaking the team. Because against Morocco, we have a new fullback. Bandi was there on the right, a boy who has not played at that level. Then we had Siraji. Siraji at least has some experience. And the captain was out. We had a new captain in Kibwage. Those are changes that even me as a coach, I was like, wow. And then they did not disappoint. Then, of course, I talked to the players that worked with him, because I always like to know what is happening with the national team. I would think I'm #1 supporter for Harambee Stars, no matter the coach, because this is my country.
Correct.
I love it. So when I listened to the players, the relationship with McCarthy and his players, I knew the job is done.
Yeah, so he provided the much-needed fatherhood figure as well.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll talk more about that, because the strategy that you have highlighted is very key, given the last 2 matches where we were awarded 2 red cards.
Yes.
And suddenly you're going into the halftime.
Yes.
With then how you can move around your players to sustain pressure against a team like Morocco. We'll talk more about that. Shole, Bona Shole.
Yes, sir.
Well, for any Kenyan, this certainly is a gripping moment to watch these youngsters when they represent this country. In your view, what has worked for them? What has worked for the Harambee Stars?
I think, first of all, like Ghost said, the new office, the office that is in place today. And secondly is the coach has been given a free hand. It's never happened before, because, I mean, if you look at the previous office, the previous president of the federation used to have a team, and he used to, you know, push players from his team to the national team without merit. And that is basically what is happening for Benny. Secondly, you know, Benny is treating all the players equally. We were worried about the squad that played in the last match, because we were missing some of the best players that we thought, you know, are our best. But you see, the new ones that came in actually delivered for the country, and that was so amazing. Thirdly, I think, again, you know, the government has come closer to the team. This is something that never used to happen. And we are very, very happy for the players. Where I'm seated, I'm extremely excited, because, you know, I know those kids will come out of the camp, you know, with something to take back home.
Yeah. Boni, when you played for the Stars, I mean, it's weight on your shoulders, is it? And when you see these youngsters shouldering that responsibility of 50+ million people watching them, cheering them on, how does it feel, and what's your take on them so far?
Well, first of all, I think I should campaign for Ghost to pay this. Because it's not easier. During those days, when he was the coach, I worked under him. I know what it takes. The current boys at the moment, what should I say? I think they have everything at their disposal. I'm looking at the ground first, the pitches. Oh my goodness, You just need to play football, you cannot come and say, oh, I performed badly just because of the pitch. I'm looking also at the incentives that the president has put in place. Wonderful. I don't think those boys at the moment, if they leave camp, they start saying, oh, no. They have everything, you know. I'm looking at the hotels that they're camping in. Excellent, because during our days, you could get to camp, you are asking yourself, okay, fine, where are you going? Where's the hotel? Okay, fine, maybe you go for a match. You have won, maybe you have drawn. There's nobody, After the match, everybody just leaves, So it was not always easy. For these young men, to me, they have everything. I don't think they'll complain anywhere. Look at them. Sometimes we could even train bare chest, because no kids, So it was always a tough one. But to these young men, to me, they have everything at their disposal, so they just need to give their best. And the environment also excellent, ecstatic. Look at the ground, the pitch. It's always full to the brim. So the Kenyans are back, the 12th play is back, the fans are there, and they're giving them that support. The best thing is they have also lived to the expectation, which to me is a plus to the nation.
What you're not telling this our audience tonight is, Boni, you're the one who scouted Austin Odhiambo.
Yeah. Austin, I have a long story with that young man.
Where did your eye first catch him?
You know, Austin, that time I was coaching the AFC Leopards Cubs.
Yeah.
And I had organized for trials in South B. Boys came, so many young men came for the trials. And I put in a few players, having been on the international stage. Spotting a player, it doesn't take me all day to get to know this is a player. It only takes me a second. So Austin came, a few players came. Then I told, okay, fine. Now, Austin, it's now your time. What's your name? My name is Austin. Okay, get in. Which position? A striker. Oh, fine. Get in. Only one touch.
Yeah.
The pass to him, the way he controlled it and the way he turned it, I just called him back. Hey, Austin, get out. You know, there's so many boys, yeah? So I told him, hey, sit here. So he was like furious. Why? You know, I already seen what I want in him. And I said, okay, fine. I just told the team manager, after this, I need your birth certificate. Yeah, I need your papers and everything. You know, he was even surprised. Yeah, I didn't take even a second with him on the pitch. That's how I drafted him to the team. So it has been a long journey. Yeah, he has a history. Yeah, the bad side, but I had to,
who else did?
But I had to deal with the bad side and get this boy where he is. Yeah.
And who else did you also fish out?
Bandy, also Lewis Bandy, the coach.
Who played,
Yeah, I was at the City Stadium, and those small boys were playing football there. The Bandy was hardly 15 years old. Yeah? Then I looked at a very small boy, but I saw the qualities that the young boy possessed. Then I said, no. I told the team manager, no, I need this boy. So I just walked down to the field. I told him, I want you to join my junior team. Yeah. So tomorrow you start training. He was a very small boy. And then from there, because I was looking at I didn't look at the body. I was looking at the brains that he has. Yeah? So I just knew that this young man will go places. Yeah. So I shipped him again to the junior team, and I think I had one of the best junior sides in this country. Yeah.
And football is quick thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to be very quick.
Very fast.
Coaches.
Yes.
Let's talk about the incentives.
Yes.
Did it work in your view? The goodwill, especially from the president, who is making the extra effort. And what do you make of the 2 red cards that we were awarded in the last match? What does it tactically mean when you walk into the dressing room and you have to move things around?
The incentive is something that is a game changer for the players, because during our time, it was like we are Friday, our licenses have not been paid, so we are like wondering, are we going to play? The players are asking, we have not been paid. Coaches, what's happened? I remember one time we were with Bernard Lama, the guy who has won the World Cup. I was his assistant coach. Yeah. And Lama said on Wednesday, I don't want to hear anything about money. We're going to think about the game. All right? And we had a meeting on a Friday. We played Eritrea. Yeah. And that night, Lama told the players, Musa was the captain. He said, you know what, Musa, I'm sorry. Tomorrow we're not going to win the game. Because we talked about, I told you talk about money on Wednesday. Today we are talking money, tomorrow. And, Lama had won the World Cup with France. So the following game, we played Eritrea and they beat us in the same Kasarani. Yeah. And that game, I think we lost 1-0. There was a back pass to Origi. From Juma. Yeah. And we got a penalty towards the end of the game. And Dennis, his one, went to kick the penalty. And Lama, just before he kicked the penalty, told me he's going to lose the penalty. Yes. And I was like, and he lost it. Yeah. So the incentive that the president gave, I tell you, it just cooled the nerves of the players. It's not money is not everything, but it is a very good motivation. And now the players, they don't think about money, they think about results. They know that if we work, we are going to get, it's not the money, they just want results. And Benny, is somebody who knows all this and is not fancied by that. With money or no money, that extra incentive does some magic that you cannot explain to anybody. And football in Kenya has been one of the worst sports in terms of payments, okay? I remember 2010, I resigned in Tanzania because the players were not paid. We were being promised the money is coming. Up to date, they still owe that team money. So today, the players are thinking about the game. It's not about money. So
or welfare. The
welfare, all right? I mean, I've seen some people asking me, calling me, people from Mukambani. And they're asking me, can you bring some of my players to the national team? I'm saying I'm not the coach because they are saying you $1 million and they can't get. So this is what it has done. And people are now realizing that sport pays. Sport is good. I'm so happy that most of these boys, when they leave camp, at least we have millionaires in the making. But I also put an advice to the federation. They need somebody to talk about money management because that is crazy money. From the clubs, some of them are owed salaries for around maybe 6 months or 5 months. Now they are seeing something different, and that takes the brain to another level. So I want to thank the president for coming out big and those promises. And my belief is that money is not everything, but what I've seen with the team and the country has been united together, I believe that Harambee Stars will be in the finals.
Yes. Tactically, Sam, also as you respond to that question, it gets you to the point of dilemma, is it, when you have a red card in the first half and you walk into the dressing room and you have to move the team around and make sure that everyone doubles up the effort, and especially against Morocco. That was a tight match, is it?
Yeah, sometimes it's a blessing. In this case, when you lose one person from the 11, then, it sends a signal to all the players that you have now to pump in extra effort. And maybe that's basically what's been happening, working for us. Were it that maybe we were not given the 2 red cards, maybe we would have lost.
No. I wouldn't think that way.
Yeah, because,
I think one of the things that those reds were unfortunate. Okay? However, with Benny, the way I saw, the first red card, he reorganized the team in terms of tactics. I mean, the game against Angola, that's when we got the first red.
Yeah, the first red card,
Okay? He brought in Kibwage in the second half. He played a 5-3-1 formation. Against Morocco, before halftime, he played 4-4-1. So it changes. But when I watched the Harambee Stars training session, Benny knows such a scenario would come in. And when you look at the way he changed the formation, it was very difficult to crack that. And it's about tactics. And when you don't have a coach who believes in players and in tactics, then you run into big trouble. So I would say that the man that has really made us to be where we are is Benny.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Sometimes when you lose one person, then it pushes you to work more harder, because now we are less one person. And that, it was unfortunate, yes, but at the end of the day, you have to push harder than, the 11 people.
Including the fans who are cheering.
Exactly.
Giving that extra man feeling.
Yes.
Yeah. And Bonnie, I mean, you mentioned, coaches, that he may have had a touch of Jose Mourinho, Benny McCarthy, and Mourinho had managed to defend the UEFA Champions League final against a mighty Barcelona in 2010, when the first half was, his midfield was red-carded in the first half. In terms of strategy, going into the dressing room, when you lose a player to a red card, and what is the mind shift? How do you work around that as players? What's your point of coordination, the thinking process around it?
It just comes automatic that you have lost one person. Now you need to cover. Each and every single player on that pitch has to give it out. Yeah, because it works. Most cases, it's not easy to beat. It's not always easy to beat a team that has been red carded. Yeah. It always maybe 80%, 20% maybe they lose. But with 80%, they'll always win or draw that match. So actually it works so well on those players, because now you also need the mental strength. Yeah? the mental strength of the players also has to be there, because now they understand now we are one man down. Because we are one man down, these guys will come guns blazing. And remember, Morocco came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
They really came out guns blazing. But again, we should also thank the keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Omondi.
Omondi. We did what a keeper needs to do. Yeah. Because, sometimes once the defense is beaten, some of the keepers are also beaten. But to him, he stood up, and it was not by sheer luck that he was the man of the match.
Yeah.
So
everybody
gave it out. The defense line gave it out. The strikers, the forward line were always covering.
Double shift.
Yeah.
Everybody was now working, knowing that this one we have to get it.
Yeah.
Then again, 1 million was already in the bag.
Yeah. And Omondi came out in reminder of what Manuel Neuer is to Bayern Munich and to Germany. Very commanding within the 18-yard box. And it was really relieving to watch him take command between the posts. Coaches, when we come back, a lot to talk about. The youth development program, team selection, welfare of the coaches, including kama utalipa pesa zako.
Nimengoja sana lakini I am a patient man. Nata sikasirikagi.
But now that there is a new federation.
No, at least I talked. Even today I was with the CEO. He assured me that mambo imeshashughulikiwa, hakuna shida. Hii ya Kipchoge ndio sijui. Unaweza nunua kikombe wewe?
So ahead of the Harambee Stars' match against the Chipolo Polo of Zambia on Sunday, the excitement around the country of the footballing moment. The bench today discusses the ball with footballers and some who have been in the dugout. Jacob Gostmule has managed this team before. And when we get back from the break, three key thematic areas to still run through ahead of the much-anticipated match for the Harambee Stars against the Chipolo Polo of Zambia on Sunday for the final Group A match. Stay with us on the bench.
Every Friday, 10 p.m.
Unajua ni kudunda kudonjo.
Bigger statue.
Salam Konko.
Akufa juu, kila mtu hapa ndani kufa juu.
E for the energy.
E for the vibe.
Say E for the energy. Unaweza niita media messiah Skombora.
Coast Africa's mega hype man, good man.
10 over 10 every Friday from 10 p.m. 10 over 10, brought to you by
KC Lemon and Ginger imeingia kama nothing you've ever tasted before. Jaribu 320 bob ya quarter na 840 ya Mozinga. Inapatikana kwa lokoli yako au ke.thebar. Kenya Ken, the true Kenyan spirit since 1976.
Slow melting, smooth coating, long lasting. Test the inayoshinda. Nunua any two participating Cadbury products. Now scan QR code au tuma WhatsApp for a chance ya win your share of 2 million shillings in amazing prizes. Cadbury, there's a glass and a half in everyone. T's and C's apply.
Congratulations to the over 3,000 candidates who have been placed by the Kenya Universities and Colleges Placement Services to study at Mount Kenya University. Welcome to the home of quality, affordable and internationally recognized education. Our doors are still open for those who would want to apply for inter-institutional transfer through the KUCCPS portal. Join us today and unlock infinite possibilities.
What would happen if you had an accident and could not work for some time? Would you still be able to pay your bills and make ends meet? Personal accident insurance has a solution. It provides financial benefits to you and your family if you are injured or lose your life in an accident. For as little as 500 bob, you can get personal or group accident insurance. Talk to an insurance company, agent, or broker today.
Joy isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a shared smile, a small victory, a bite that takes you back. Across the years, across the table, some things never change. It's joy passed down and served again. Farmer's Choice has always been there, giving you trusted, wholesome nutrition for generations. Farmer's Choice, timeless joy.
Every Friday, 10 p.m.
Unajua ni kudunda kudojo.
Bigger statue. Salam kwa. Like people, are you ready?
Akufa juu, kila mtu hapa ndani kufa juu.
E for the energy.
E for the vibe.
Say E for the energy. Unaweza niita media messiah Skorombo.
Coast Africa's mega hype man, good man.
10 over 10 every Friday from 10 p.m. 10 over 10, brought to you by
KC Lemon and Ginger imeingia kama nothing you've ever tasted before. Jaribu 320 bob ya quarter na 840 ya mozinga. Inapatikana kwa lokoli yako au ke.thebar. Kenya Ken, the true Kenyan spirit since 1976.
Welcome to Boma Mabati Factory, the 2024 award winner in roofing solutions. All our products come with warranty and are KEBS certified. Be part of our many satisfied customers by visiting us to enjoy great discounts. Boma Mabati Factory, Mabati Poa, near Boma.
Explore the nature and create from it. The spirit of inventors leads to the inspiration for new technology. By drawing nature's energy, we create the extraction tech. Small in size, huge in power. Millions of microcapsules condense the essence of nature. Join us, Cleasoft Invent for Life.
Wacha nikwambie, KC Lemon and Ginger imeingia kama nothing you've ever tasted before. Ni ya watu flavorful, wale wana mix it up watu wa luku, reggae leo, gengeton kesho. Jaribu KC Lemon and Ginger leo, 320 bob ya quarter na 840 ya mozinga. Inapatikana kwa lokoli yako au ke.thebar. Kenya Ken, the true Kenyan spirit since 1976.
Venus unveils confidence that captivates with 5 times more hydration. Venus, inspired by nature, perfected by science.
I love you, Lord.
This August, guess who's coming to Kenya?
Kenya, CC Winans here.
Royal Media Services in partnership with Faith Collective presents the More Than This tour with the legendary international gospel icon CC Winans. Live in Nairobi for the biggest gospel worship experience of 2025.
happening on Saturday, 30th August at Uhuru Gardens in Nairobi, Kenya. Music will be provided by DJ Moz and Vanisi, and the event will be hosted by Kambua. Gates open from 4 p.m. Come for this amazing once-in-a-lifetime worship experience with the iconic CC Winans live in Nairobi on 30th August.
I'll give you more.
I'm looking forward to seeing you there as we cry out holy to our God and our King.
Holy, all creation cry.
Get your tickets today at www.mudfun.com. More than this. Saturday, 30th August, Nairobi, Uhuru Gardens. Proudly sponsored by Citizen Digital in conjunction with Citizen TV, Hot 96, Viusasa, and Mudfun.
At Brookhurst International Schools, we shape tomorrow's leaders today. From early years to A-level, we offer a world-class Cambridge curriculum in a nurturing, multicultural environment. With personalized attention, top-tier facilities, and the exclusive International Foundation Diploma, your child is prepared for over 110 global universities. Enroll now at our Lavington or Kisarian campuses. Brookhurst International Schools, where potential meets opportunity.
Friday, 10 p.m.
Unajua ni kudunda kudonjo.
Bigger statue. Salam Konko.
Akufa juu, kila mtu hapa ndani kufa juu.
E for the energy.
E for the vibe.
Say E for the energy. Unaweza niita media messiah Skorombo.
Cause Africa's mega hype man, good man.
10 over 10 every Friday from 10 p.m. 10 over 10, brought to you by
KC Lemon and Ginger imeingia kama nothing you've ever tasted before. Jaribu 320 bob ya quarter na 840 ya Mozinga. Inapatikana kwa lokoli yako au ke.thebar. Kenya Ken, the true Kenyan spirit since 1976.
Welcome back. You're watching JKL, and tonight we are discussing the progress thus far by the Harambee Stars, who are shining yet again after years of doubt over their capacity. And the evidence is the ongoing African Nations Championship, co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. A win against the Democratic Republic of the Congo during the opening match, draw against Angola, and a win against the Atlas Lions of Morocco in the last match. They will be playing the Chipolo Polo of Zambia this Sunday in the final Group A match. And on the bench is the former Harambee Stars coach Jacob Ghost Mule, former vice president of the federation Sam Sholei, and we're also joined by former national team player who has scouted Austin Odhiambo on my immediate right, my brother. Many thanks for your time.
By the way, is a current AFC Leopards chairman.
President.
Lakini anajificha sehemu hiyo.
President of AFC. I'm proud because he was my player. Now he's the president of AFC Leopards.
And you see what you have implanted, the generation is trying to scout and bring about. That's what we are seeing, which is on display. Coaches, so let's talk about this. We'll come to the team discipline, but let's first begin with team selection. What goes into it?
There's a lot. There's a lot that goes into team selection. First of all, of course, you have to look at players in different situations. I mean, you can watch games at home, see how a player behaves from the home environment. You follow a player playing away, and then you look at statistics on the kind of player. So the selection is normally a process. You have your technical staff that you discuss with, all right? But the coach makes the final call. Because in training, you can see there are players who shine in club level, and then when they come to the national team, they don't gel for various reasons. And it's not something that is not something that is abnormal. No, it's a normal thing. There are players who really in club level, they really do well. They come into the national team, then they don't perform. But all in all, the selection process is the responsibility of the head coach. He sees the training and he makes the decision. I was just laughing the other day when people say that some people took to McCarthy some players. Yeah. He doesn't have that kind of time. I mean, he has gone through the process, he knows. And people saying that...
So that's the back door.
That's... I mean, to select, you know, a coach has to pick players who will give him results. So the fans also have their own players. I remember the late Fabish, I worked with him when he was a coach. God rest his soul in peace. He had one say, he said, I am the coach of Harambee Stars, but Kenya has 50 million other coaches because they always want so-and-so to play. But the thing about coaching, we say, the fans team never plays and never loses. It's only the team that you select that people can talk about. So it's really a tedious process, and you cannot please everybody. Yeah. It's your mind. Yes. You think about your first 11, you think about the reserve players and all that. It's a process, and no coach in this world will ever pick a player because of favorism. Yeah. You always pick a player who can do work for you.
Yeah. And are you impressed by how Benny is doing that, given his experiences with the Bafana, and also playing at the elite European competition, the UEFA Champions League? He was in the dugout for Manchester United for some couple of years. As to how he's moving players around, is this chess game working well for him?
It is working wonders. And I'm saying Benny is working with maybe 70% of the top players in the country, local players, because he has not had time to watch our league. So you can imagine with 70% maybe he's be able to perform this way. What about when he has time now, he watches our league and now picks the players that he can see? He will do even more wonders. And you will find some other talent that we were not even thinking about. So far, very good.
Yeah. And Bonasam, and this is certainly a big concern, 2 in 1. The question of discipline. He has talked about how discipline also informs your selection into the national team of the fans. Now we are fined. We have paid 6.5 million by the Confederation of African Football. Worst case scenario, we may not end up watching Harambee Stars here at home.
It's not even 6.5. I was doing the total. It's 12.5 million.
So
in total.
That's double.
Every game we have been fined for various reasons.
Yeah.
So
total so far.
Total is 12.
I mean, the last match is what we are talking. Yes. So Bonasam, then, how do we also install that discipline on the part of the fans?
For this particular, competition, it will be very difficult because I would say it's too late. Because I mean, Kenyans have been yearning for a win, just a single win, and we are winning in every match that we participate in. So I really don't know what is going to happen. I was discussing with a friend today, and I was like, okay, now we have our military personnel who are taking off. We don't go for friendly matches against, say, Southern Sudan and Uganda to fight there. So I think if we can bring them out, and then I don't know if CAF can allow that. If we can bring them in and then we station them like about 1 kilometer or even 5 kilometers away from the stadium, so that whoever is coming to the stadium has to be checked from the other side, just to make sure that they have the tickets to come to the stadium. But otherwise, if we don't do that, then it's going to be a big mess.
Now that there are 6 designated areas, there or thereabout, as reported by Ben Kirui, who had today covered that story, there seems to be some stricter measures. But then, is it not difficult to legislate values?
I'm telling you, it will be very difficult because I was actually watching a clip from the news of what happened the other day. The security people are overpowered by the fans that are coming into the stadium. So again, if we don't, control them like 5 kilometers away from the stadium, it's going to be a mess. Yeah. We can't control it. It's going to be a mess. And I think where the president is, at least, is doing something about it, because, I mean, the picture that is being shown out there is really bad. Yeah. It's very negative.
Yeah. Then how do we change the psyche, coaches Sam and Bonnie? Because in as much as we are so eager of wanting the Harambee Stars to win, and certainly they will by the grace of God on Sunday, I mean, Kasarani is 55,000 plus seater stadium. Inatosha, isn't it?
For now, nafikiri Kasarani inatosha for the number of people that you've just mentioned. Yeah. Kwa zile crusade and you know, guys, people are traveling from as far as Lodwar, just to come, and Harambee Stars is winning. Everyone wants to be identified with the national team, you know. So everyone is coming to Nairobi. They don't care whether watapata mahali pa kulala or not. They want to come and watch the match live. I'm telling you, if you put the virtual screens out there for people to go and watch, even at Safari Park, where some of us maybe have never been there, we have been there anyway. People would still want to go to the stadium, to watch live. And our stadium is small. So that tells you, I mean, the hunger that people have had for so many years to watch their team win. And our team now is winning. Yeah. So I'm telling you, we are going to pay as much, as a lot of millions, but I mean, at the end of the day, kikombe baki hapa. But I mean, I'm not saying that ni sawa kitu what we are doing, it's not.
I'll come to you, coaches. Let me say, for a very long time, we have been in Dhaka, and especially on the international scene. We have never been where we are at the moment. Today, today. Look at the pictures. I'll go back again. Everybody wants to see, you know, excellent, pictures. Now they know the boys are there, the morale is there, everybody's back. There's nobody wants to watch now football back home. Let me just take you back. The Harambee Stars versus Gabon at Nyan Stadium. It was chaotic. Yeah. So for a very long time, for now, as Chole said, we'll still be fine. But as time goes by, we'll now start learning. And as my senior said, we need to now have those buffer zones where quite far away from
the stadium.
You don't allow these guys without tickets to get now into the stadium, into the perimeters of the stadium, because what next? Yeah. The match is on, and everybody, there are those guys who have the tickets, and you find that they are way far behind, and the guys who don't have the tickets are somewhere in front. And the gates are being opened, and you know, everybody wants to get in the stadium. So for quite a long time, it will take us time, but we need to have those drastic measures, because if you don't do it, I'm seeing. You just try to imagine this CHAN, local-based players. What about when you host AFCON, where everybody now wants to see Salah, everybody wants to see Sadio Mane.
Ashraf Hakimi.
You try to imagine now what's going to happen. So we have to start doing it now. And then also, if you cross to Tanzania or Uganda, maybe, let me just go say Tanzania. Tanzania, they're used to that. When Yanga is playing against Simba, they're used to those crowds. When their national team also is playing those international matches. For quite a good time, Yanga and Simba, they have been doing well on international stage. So they're used to crowd control, but with when we come back, even our own on the club level, we don't go far. We only play maybe 1 or 2 matches, then we are out. But when our clubs start getting to those the quarterfinals, the semis, and the finals, then we'll now start learning how to deal with crowd control. So by the time we are going to AFCON, if at all be given that chance to go to AFCON, I think we'll be somewhere.
Yeah. And then I think we've also found ourselves in a totally new culture, a culture that we are not used to. You know, a decent culture. Because the culture that we are used to is a culture of throwing stones, you know, making noise and, you know, breaking the seats at the stadiums. But this is a totally different culture that we are not used to. So people need to start getting educated on how to behave when you go to such like a tournament. Yeah. Because otherwise then, I don't know if the other tournament would be approved to be played in Kenya. Yeah. It's very dangerous.
Maybe we need to adopt the Japanese culture of even cleaning up the stadium. Exactly. when the match is done. Yes, coaches?
I'm in the LOC committee.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you for free that a lot of things have been put in place to make sure that we don't have a repeat of what has happened. CAF is very strict on the rules and regulation. And you have to understand we have a Kenyan culture that we are used to in terms of football. All right, we are used to doing things differently. The stadium has a capacity that is needed to be there. I'll tell you, against Morocco, we had extra. I mean, that's Kasarani is at least 45,000. All right, but we had around 78. And CAF is worried because if there is a stampede, then we lose a lot of lives. Now they are putting the strict measures, and Kenyans need now to change the culture. I'm happy now, like the committee now is putting up fan zones. There will be television in different places so that not everybody is coming to the stadium. And that is why the restriction of CAF to have 27,000 fans on Sunday against Chipolopolo. And we need to change our culture because we are used to doing things in our Kenyan way, to just come in. And some people even come to the stadium believing I can get in without a ticket.
Exactly. Yeah.
You understand? So now it is that awareness that is being made to Kenyans to know that if you don't have a ticket, you're not supposed to come near the stadium.
Exactly.
And we have to look at it from a different... I was just thinking about it today. When we have a concert, for example, an indoor concert, when tickets are sold out, that's it. Nobody without a ticket will be allowed in. So we need to change our culture and know that if I don't have a ticket, I should not come near. But everyday measures have been put in place. And I'll tell you for free, CAF even was saying Kenya can host the AFCON alone because we have everything. We have the hotels, we have the infrastructure. Now Talanta Stadium, when it will be ready, and a lot of games will be coming to Kenya because of all these changes. So we need to have that culture to know that once I cannot purchase a ticket, I'll watch the game on television. If we get that and calculate that into our heads, then we are going to help the problem. But let everybody now understand that if I don't have a ticket, I should not be near that stadium. And measures are being put in place. I know that come the game on Sunday, a lot is going to change. And that cultural change is very important for all Kenyans.
Yeah, and we'll finish up on the team selection before we go to the youth development program. And I mean, you guys have seen, and many Kenyans have, that you can't take your eyes off the beauty of what's coming up in Talanta.
Well, that stadium, we are waiting. I think it's going to be the best stadium in Africa. When you look at the structure, when you look at the pictures. So when we have such facilities, then also they need discipline. We can't have that culture that once your team has been scored, you start taking out seats. All that has to change. Football today, and when you look at the CHAN right now, the beauty of football is I can come with my mother, I can come with my son, I can come with my sister.
Anyone can come.
Yeah, that is...
The children, the disabled.
That is fun. All right? The only thing that maybe now again that needs to be done, because they're saying people need to be at the stadium maybe 5 hours before the game and all that. Some people asking me, we come 5 hours before the game and maybe there are no food kiosks outside being sold. With the new Talanta, we'll have such things. So it's going to be fun. You can come at 11, enjoy your meals, and then come to the stadium and watch the game. So that culture, we are getting there. I mean, when you attend European games, you see that all that is being done. And I think it's just a matter of time before we get there. But for right now, everybody must be cautious. Try to tell a friend, I want a ticket to see the stadium. Don't go there.
But another problem also that we should also be put on at bay is, you know, some guys buy tickets. They can buy even 100 or even 1,000 tickets, and then they come to the stadium. They are coming out to sell the tickets at the stadium.
They resell.
They resell the tickets at the stadium. So it becomes another. It's also another thing that also actually.
Or they dish out at the expense of expediency. Siasa.
No, I mean, let us face facts, and that's why you see CAF is being strict with Kenya, so that we get the culture right. We know that football, these are the rules and regulations. We've never had such a big tournament before, but the culture. And also we have to pride in ourselves, because why all of a sudden Kenyans want to come to watch football? It's a plus. However, there are rules and regulations, because when you look at Zanzibar Stadium, is not getting full. When you look at maybe Dar es Salaam is not getting full. Why Kenya? Because it's a new beginning.
And the rules are the rules.
Yes.
Okay, coaches, when we get back, and Bwana Sam and Boni, we will talk about, finish up on the team selection, then soccer administration, where most of your problems are.
And youth development.
I'm sure the FKF president. And the very many people who called you
yes.
that they want their sons to be also incorporated.
Yes.
They will talk all about that. And then the backroom deals and favoritism, the question of corruption, overlooking talents at the expense of just fielding players for the sake, and the problems you guys have encountered in your past encounters. All that is on the bench here on the broadcast after the break. Stay tuned.